welcome to Thursday Live. I can hear JoJo downstairs a little bit. Welcome to Thursday Live. Today we're working on day 16 in my December daily album. And I'm just waiting a second for my video to click on my iPad here. Just give it a second or two. There we go. All right. I'm hoping, does it look blurry to you guys or does it look okay to you guys? Because it looks blurry to me. Oh, there we go. It's no longer blurry to me. Okay. Hi, hello. Hey, Michelle and Beatrice and Paula and Jen. Hi, welcome. So today we're going to be working on story number 16 in my December daily album. This is the first actual story that's going to go inside of volume 2. And this one's going to be very like record speed fast. So my story for today is I dislike Christmas because ... And I have typed up a couple of different reasons why I don't like this time of year. And we're going to add them to the page that has all the circles at the bottom. I did have this page set up where I could add a longer story if I wanted to. But honestly, there's not really a longer story to tell. So I'm not going to. We're just going to make this nice and simple and get it done. Yes. So I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to update you guys on. Tomorrow, Friday, is going to be live again at 1. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yes. And then Saturday, we're going to get together for a Zoom hangout where we're going to do a present wrapping party. So we're just going to spend the time chatting together and wrapping Christmas presents. And if you've already wrapped Christmas presents, well, then just come and hang out and maybe there's some other thing that you need to get done and bring that with you. Otherwise, if you haven't wrapped your presents yet, then come join us and get some wrapping done. That's my plan for Saturday. I'm also considering starting it a little early. So right now I have it on the calendar for 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm thinking I might actually start it at like 11 in the morning and just have it go until like 2. So that's like a 3-hour thing. So you can just come for however long. I'm probably going to need that whole time to get my presents wrapped. So that'll help me out. And then afterwards, we're going out to dinner with my family to celebrate my sister and my brother-in-law making their marriage official in the United States, which they did this past Monday. So we're going to go have dinner to celebrate with them. So I will put together, I realized today that I never made the Zoom event. So I will make the Zoom event and put an event on our Facebook page and on Patreon with the links and everything for Saturday. So I'm thinking I'll start at 11 and then end at 2. So I think that's it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get you flipped around. Let's get this layout done. I'm also a little bit happy that this one's going to be quick and easy because it's just Jonah and me today. Actually, technically, Caitlin, my sister-in-law, is here with my niece, Mabel, but they're going to head out of here pretty soon. So then it's just Jonah and me for the rest of the afternoon. So this way, you know, he's not tormenting us too much. So let me flip you and we'll get going. Okay. Which of course we're stuck. What the heck? There we go. So we'll screw you guys in here. Plug in the phone so we don't die. And I think we're good. Okay, so all right. Oh, Yessie, hi. It has been a while. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. And Haley, I see that you commented hello. You're still coming over this afternoon after work, right? Because I never double checked with you today or yesterday or any day. So let me, are you still planning to come over? Okay, so here's what I got. So for the foundation portion of this layout, I took 6 of these plastic circles from last year's December daily release, and I stitched them down onto the grid paper. The grid paper was from one of the paper pads from this year. I believe this was in the main kit. Then I have this title piece that says, "This season isn't always merry and bright, and that's okay." The frame here is from Tim Holtz. It was something he did last year, but it's unavailable currently. I tried to find them. The sentiment came from last year's December daily main kit, and then this little number 16 at the top is from Feed Your Craft from last year. When I put this together, I thought that there was a possibility that I would want to add more story. So I didn't attach this, thinking I could add some journaling to the upper portion and a photo underneath it and could turn this into a flip. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have a longer story. So we're just going to stick this down at the top and have it be the title. That's the plan. All right, yay. Good to know. I'm glad you're coming over. All right, so I was hoping you were going to be on here so I could ask you. That's funny. Hey, Millie. Hey, Caleb. Welcome, you guys. How is everybody's day going so far today? I feel like this is like super thick. Do I somehow have like 2? What is going on here? I do have 2. Okay. Interesting. Well, okay then. So I do not know how that happened. So like this has more. Okay, so we're just gonna like stick this around because I guess why not? Okay. The most stuck down element ever. That's where it happened. Okay. Super weird. All right, so take off the release paper. And then my journaling here is something that I just typed up on my typewriter. I have a typecast typewriter from We Are Memory Keepers. And every once in a while when I want something that's typed, but I don't necessarily care about spell checking or anything like that. And sometimes, honestly, I just like the imperfect look of typewriter text. I will pull that out. Well, actually, I don't pull it out. It's right behind me. I will go over to it and use it. So that is where all this is from. So I have 7 things that I came up with, and we're going to see what fits the best over here. Stephanie, hi. Oh, I'm so excited that so many of you guys are here today. I've missed you. How is your December? You said it's going crazy. Is it crazy good or just crazy? I guess crazy could be good and bad and everything in between, right? All right, so we're gonna put this in the center here, right? No need to make that interactive. I really like all of the circular elements here, how everything's kind of rounded. I don't know, this is nice. All right, so now for the story parts. There's no photo that I'm putting with this story this time. I don't always put photos with them because I don't necessarily think they always need photos with them. And this was one of those cases. So what I'm going to do is cut these sections out first, and I can figure out which one I actually want to use. And then my plan is to cut these into like strips and adhere them into the circles. Just keeping it simple. Just crazy, crazy. That's okay. The first year that you haven't made a page every day. I get that. And this year actually I just make my pages on the weekdays. So I'm kind of with you there a little bit that it's not every day. I honestly feel like it's kind of nice to have some days of breaks in between. I don't know if you feel the same way, but in some ways it's kind of nice. Okay, so Chop these all apart. And I probably should have. That's like a giant section. I probably should have cut that down a little more. Oh well. Okay, so I don't need any of this. All right, so let's figure out which ones I want to use here. So I've got, that just bothers me that that's like huge. Okay, so I've got, I dislike Christmas because I don't like having to choose between families or between our families, meaning like mine and Aaron's. I don't know if you guys have the same issues where it's like, you know, who are we spending, which, I mean, we have a system. We have set up a system that works with our family where every year we swap who gets what. So like this year we are spending Christmas Eve with my family and Christmas Day with my husband's family. And then next year it will swap. So we'll do Christmas Eve with his family and Christmas Day with mine. And it's worked for us. It's been a system that works, but it's still really hard to not spend, you know, like on the year where like this year we won't be with my family for Christmas. And that's it is still hard. Like even though it works, it's still hard. And that is something that I don't like about Christmas, is that we have to choose who we see, you know? So just want to see how this fits on here. So I dislike Christmas because I don't like I think this is going to be too wide. So having to choose between our families. That, and that. So, because I don't like having to choose between our families, I mean, can I? Because I don't like having to choose. How about that? All right, I dislike Christmas because I don't like, I wonder if I can like, I'm gonna chop this all apart here. Okay, I dislike Christmas because I don't like having to choose maybe just having to choose, well, I guess it doesn't make sense to say having to choose families. Between our families. I mean, that will work. They'll all fit in there. It's not as much, it's not as small as I'd like it to be. I could just say, I don't like having to choose between our families. And that's kind of the more the spacing I was looking for. Okay. So we'll see how that works if I just take off that intro part. Because it kind of makes sense, right? The season isn't always merry and bright, right? I don't like having to choose between our families. Yeah. Yep. The eve with Sarah's and the day with yours. Yes, it's so hard. It's so hard. Family lives in New York. Christmas in 2000. Wow. And like, when you grow up, or as you're growing up, you have so many traditions with your families, too, that it's like, I don't know, it's just sad. It's like exciting to make your own, but then also sad, you know, to like give up on some of them, I suppose. Oh, okay, so I dislike Christmas because there is so much to, it's kind of fat. Maybe that can be it below it. To organize and prep. Like, right? It can be so overwhelming how much we have to get done in like 25 days. It's crazy. So crazy. Husband had been together for 13 years, never eaten Christmas dinner together. Oh, that's, Rachel, that's so crazy. Like, I can't imagine how hard that is for you guys to have to make that decision to not be together for Christmas because you want to, you know, like, I get it. I so get it. But also, I feel for you. You just eat separately. Okay. I mean, that's better. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. Yes. Wow. Oh, Marfel, I'm so sorry. Recovering from, I was just there where you're at. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Will you be out of quarantine for the holidays? Memory making is exhausting. Yeah. Amen, Caleb. It is exhausting. It really is. It really is. Okay, so thing number 3 I don't like about Christmas is that some people are really hard to shop for. Really hard. Looking at you, Dad, and you, Mom-in-law. So hard. And then it just makes you feel like, oh God, I must not know these people very well because I don't know what to get them, which isn't true, but, you know. Okay, so oh no. Your husband's out today. You get out on Sunday. You lost your smell and taste. So with your smell and taste, did you just lose that or has it been a while? So we, just as I don't know. What am I trying to say? Aaron and I are both fully vaccinated, and I lost my taste and smell after, I want to say, almost a week. Like, it had been a week since we tested positive, or since we had taken our test and tested positive. And it was gone. It might not have been a full week. It might have been less than that. But it came back after just a couple days. Like, I only lost it for, I want to say, like three-ish days. And I was really nervous that it was going to be lost for like through the holidays. So hopefully that will come back for you, which would be awesome. Because that is no fun. That makes everything like, like, why do I eat? Why do I drink these things? It was so sad. Like I couldn't smell my pine candles or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully it won't be gone for a long time. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for you. I have to decide which ones I want to do here. I forgot that I have more than enough. So I'm just gonna cut these all out and decide, because some of them might be a little repetitive. We'll see. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got that one and then one other one, because two of these are going to be ones I don't include. Like this one, I'm not going to. This one says the exact same thing as this. So this says there's so much to organize and prep. This one I said because it can feel overwhelming to plan all the things. So that's kind of like the same thing. I think I typed it again because this just seemed long, like it wasn't going to fit. So that leaves me with these. Where do I want to do? Okay, so I'm going to say, I think this is definite one. That I dislike Christmas because I said the season of joy. Whoop. The season of joy goes by way too fast. And then it's like it's all this like love and happiness and joy and togetherness. And then it's like gone, you know, it's over. And so I don't like that. I want it to be longer, which would also allow us to like slow down a little bit, right? And then I think my last one is going to be maybe this one, which is I dislike Christmas because there isn't a lot of time to rest. And this one said, we are never able to do everything we want, which is kind of the same as having to choose between families. And so there's some repetitiveness. So those are going to be the ones I'll add on here, which means I can put away my trimmers here, just get them off my table. And then I'm just going to use my roller adhesive. Okay. Oh, wait, I see something here. Hold on. The perfect gifts, right? Okay, so I'll come back to the kids being, okay. Oh, and that, okay. Your sisters are really hard. You have no idea what to get them. Oh, no. You got her a Pandora bracelet and a bunch of charms. That's so sweet. Hey, Kelly, I see you jumped on. Hi. Caleb, you're amazing. I love that you get all the gifts for everybody. That is not how it is here. In fact, I happen to know that the only person who does not currently have any gifts purchased for Christmas is me. That Erin still hasn't even gotten mine yet. What a butt. We do get each other gifts this year. We set up parameters that whatever gift we buy each other has to be something we can do together, so that we can be encouraged to spend more time together next year. So I already have his. He just doesn't have mine because he's a jerk. Not really. He's just last minute. I told him, I'm like, you better get it because with shipping and everything, because he's like, I have a really great idea. I'm like, well, you better get on that, because you got like a week, buddy, and then it's Christmas. So Stephanie, I saw your question about the kids and how they fared. They actually they did fine. I guess, I mean, Jonah was the worst of the two and ended up with like 2 days of high fevers. One day was really, really high fevers, and the other day was like lower grade fever. So he was feverish, and he ended up like throwing up all over his room, that sort of thing. He was tired. So like it definitely affected him more than Isabella. I think the poor guy has my immune system, which sucks for him because my immune system's not great. Isabella had one vaccination at the time. She actually had gotten vaccinated like just a couple days before testing positive. So we were actually kind of nervous about that because we have a good friend who got COVID after she had received her first vaccination, and it made everything worse for her. And so we were nervous that that was going to happen to Izzy, and thankfully it didn't, that she ended up recovering pretty quickly. Honestly, you could barely even tell that she had anything, versus like Jonah, where he was definitely not feeling good. Aaron and I did okay. Low-grade fevers, tiredness. I've had like 1 day with shortness of breath, which is a miracle because I have chronic asthma. So that was a little nerve-wracking too, of like, shoot, you know, something that attacks the respiratory system. I ended up losing my taste and my sense of smell right towards the end of our quarantine time, which here you have to quarantine for 10 days after testing positive. So I want to say like 7 days after testing positive, I lost taste and smell, but then it came back just a couple days later. So all in all, we did okay. The only one who went into it with no protection whatsoever was Jonah, because he's too young to get vaccinations at this time. And then after Izzy was done quarantining and whatnot, she was able to get her second vaccination. So she is, well, I think she has like a week or two more to go for it to like fully take effect or whatever. And then she's fully vaccinated at this point. So hallelujah for that. And whatnot. So that's kind of, I guess, how it went in the Idunate household. What other question did I see? Yes, Deb, I definitely attribute the fact that I did not have huge problems to being vaccinated. For me, if I get a common cold, I usually have to end up seeking help from doctors to get better. And I usually have to take like steroids and multiple inhalers and stuff like that. I don't have chronic asthma in the sense of like every day I have to use an inhaler to survive. It's more when I fall ill, my asthma is triggered. And I also happen to know that like developmentally, my lungs are smaller than they should be, or narrower. They're not as big as they should be. And we didn't know that for a long time until as a teenager, because like when you're a kid, everything's still developing. So it's hard to tell. It's hard to say, you know, what is and isn't normal. But when I was a teenager in high school, I had pneumonia, and it was like this, I think it was the 6th time that I had pneumonia. So I've had it a lot of times. And when they did a chest x-ray, they determined that my lungs are like misshapen, basically. They're not what they should be. So it's anything that is respiratory is scary, which is in the beginning, I mean, and we're still really careful with everything, but that's definitely part of the stress and the being scared at the beginning of all of this, because we didn't know what that was going to mean. And it was like, you know, if I get this, am I gonna be able to make it, you know? And you just never know. So luckily, I attribute a lot of it to being vaccinated, that I didn't have major issues, and the rest of the family did okay too. So thank God, because just, you know, thank God. It is what it is. All right, let's see if there's anything else to respond to, because you guys, this is my page. Look at that. It is done. I actually really like this. It's super simple, but I like it. Okay. You get, wait, that's what Axel and you do. I get all but Aaron. Right, and he figures out. That's so nice, Haley. Yeah, I have to get everybody their presents. This is stupid. So then like, I'm like, oh God, Aaron, what do I get your mom? I think I told you guys that I got her like a pretty cool candle as her present. And it's probably really lame that all I'm giving her is a candle, but I don't know what else to do. So that's what she's getting. Yeah. Yeah, so buying presents is stressful. It's so stressful. It's really, really fun for like 90% of it, and then it's stressful for the other 10, I think. For the people that you don't know what the heck to get. All right, so let me grab my album. Actually, it's right behind me, and we'll put this back in. I already read you guys the journaling. It's super simple, right? So I don't like having to choose between our families. There's so much to organize and prep. Some people are really hard to shop for. The season of joy goes by way too fast, and there is not a lot of time to rest. Those are some of the reasons why I do not like this time of year. But for the most part, I have like a million more reasons why I love Christmas than why I don't. It's actually kind of hard to sit down and be like, okay, what do I not like about Christmas time? And there are definitely things, but it was not as easy to come up with. 10% fun and 90% stressful. That's so funny. Axel, so Haley, for those who don't know, Haley is my sister, and Axel is my brother-in-law, and Axel is such a mama's boy. It is the cutest thing. It's so cute. I love that he spoils his mom. That's the cutest thing. Buy her a chicken or something. Mary, that's hilarious. Maybe. That's really funny. Packing everything away. Oh, I totally should have put that. I totally should put, you're totally right. In fact, we usually keep our Christmas lights up until like March because we just don't feel like taking them down. We usually leave them on until the end of January, and then we're like the last people with them on, and it's just embarrassing by then. So you're like, okay, we probably should unplug those now. But they make me so happy to have lights to come home to, you know? So funny. Oh, wait. So wait, what is it called? Go to Heifer International and buy her. Oh, I've heard of that, Mary. That is the website where you can buy like a cow for a community or whatever, right? It's like a donation type of thing. Yes, I've heard of that. I've heard of that because I had a roommate that did that one year. I thought you were telling me to go buy her a chicken for her to bring home. That's so funny. I was like, I don't know if she would like a chicken. And I don't know how she'd get it home. Even like a food chicken. That's funny. So no, now that you say that, I know what you're talking about. That is a pretty good idea. I like that. Yes, goats, cows. Yes, yes. That's so cool. Yes. And I thought about flower subscriptions too. I almost did something like that, but the thing with his mom, and this is what makes her so hard to shop for, is that she has a house in North Carolina. That's where my sister-in-law, her oldest daughter, lives. So she lived in Michigan always, and then recently sold everything and moved to North Carolina. But she still kind of like lives there, and then she like comes back to Michigan and lives with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law for like a week, and then she like goes back, and then she comes. She's like never just in a place. So I thought about flower subscriptions because she loves flowers, but I was like, but also that is reliant on her like being there to receive them and enjoy them, and I don't know if she will be. So that made me nix that plan. That's actually the very first thing I thought of because she likes flowers. Oh, Kimberly, that is a great idea. A botanical garden membership. That is a fantastic idea. Thank you. I'm totally going to look into that. That is a great idea. I love it. Coupons for when they visit. That's also really cool. Tickets for a play. That's a good idea. Man, see, I should come to you guys. I asked Aaron and all of his siblings, like, what should we get your mom this year? A lot of times we go in on something for her. But this year, everyone was like, I don't know. I'm like, why do I have to be the one to come up with the idea? It's your mom. But no, those are all really good ideas. I'll have to see if they got her anything. Because if they haven't, that's a great idea. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Buying a star in their name. Nope, we've never done that before. Knife set this year. Ooh, that sounds nice. We need a new knife set. Speaking of. But that's nice. And those like stay forever, you know? They just last forever. But, well, friends, this is my page for today. Yay, nice and simple. I'm going to head on out of here, though, because I need to go. I left Jonah downstairs with a peanut butter and honey sandwich. So I need to go down there and see what damage I need to take care of and make sure he's okay and whatever. So I'm going to head on out. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll be back here tomorrow at 1, so I'll see you back here then. Until then, have a good one, guys. Bye. Oh, Marvella, I see your comment really quick. I use a Silhouette Cameo 3 is what I have because the Cameo 4 wasn't out yet when I bought it. So I think that'll answer your question. All right, you guys, for real this time. See you later.